Hitting me. Yeah, there it is. Squad rides are perfect in the new year. Let's fucking go. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Behind the Lines, episode 401 piece. As always, hold the fry, joined by your two co-hosts, Krabs and Javon, presented by Pickett Sports. If you guys aren't tracking your bets on Pickett Sports, what are you waiting for? Don't you want to be a better sports bettor? Don't you want to not lose all your freaking coins? How about you could track them on Pickett? It does it automatically for you, syncs up with your sports books, and locks those puppies in and tracks them. I got to post my Pickett calendar from January. Although we had a couple bad days to end the month, that ain't no problem. An absolutely legendary January on Pickett. So I hope you guys are following me. But Javon, besides that, I'm an absolute rat shit.
Yeah, been a little bit of a struggle for a couple days. Been treading water a little bit, but
I'm not even talking about the bets.
Oh yeah, I know. I was about to get to that. I was about to say nothing helps more than seeing your team announce Dan Quinn as the head coach this morning.
I couldn't give two hoots at this point about all those crazy bad beats last night. I don't care. That doesn't matter. That's just money. Okay, I'll go get more. But man, you bring in Dan Quinn. And by the way, guys, if you watched BTL yesterday, I told you guys we were getting Dan Quinn.
You knew it was coming.
I told you. We're getting this sack of meat. This guy's going to fucking change the culture. Are you kidding me? This guy? The guy's been bald since he was out of the womb. How is he supposed to lead men? You know what? We're going to cut right to it. And it's not the steamed crabs today because I'm not even really mad. I'm just sad about it. The worst thing I saw today. Dudes, let's just get right to it. We'll do the recaps after. This might be the worst thing I've seen in my life, Javon. So I'd say it would quantify probably for the worst thing I saw today. Okay. And I'm very curious to hear your thoughts. I'm probably overreacting. And look, I've actually complimented Dan Quinn in recent years for him being a great defensive coordinator, right? He is a really good defensive coordinator. He's done great work down there in Dallas. Their defense has never been an issue. And most importantly, the players love playing for him. Plain and simple. Micah Parsons absolutely loves Dan Quinn. All these guys love playing for him. Never any qualms. But I've got a qualm, okay? We've seen this guy be a head coach before, Javon. What did he do when the lights were the brightest? You remember?
Yeah, I think I do. Was that the greatest Super Bowl comeback? And I guess for him, the biggest collapse of all time?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, it was actually the greatest collapse in probably sports history. And that's the guy you're going out and getting. Look, man, I'm not mad, okay? I'm just sad and disappointed, right? You ever get hit with that from your mom or something? She's like, I'm not mad, I'm disappointed. That's worse than being mad in my eyes when you hear that. I'm disappointed. I really am. Look, you hype up all the fans. You double the prices of the tickets. We show up. We do our jobs. We had the highest increase in percentage of fans at any big sport this season. More than 11% of a fan uptick in attendance this year, the most out of any sport on average. Okay? We did our job. You know who didn't? The new ownership. You know who didn't? This GM who just came in from San Francisco and everyone's acting like he's sent from heaven. They didn't do their jobs. They were sitting back on their ass. They were expecting, one of these young coordinators to want to come over and take a risk and be the next head coach in DC. Okay? They put all their eggs in the freaking Ben Johnson basket. That was stupid. He didn't even return our calls. He wouldn't even let us come down there and meet with him. Okay? And do you blame him? Look at this organization. There are bad people in here. Bad people. And I'm not even talking about the way they run the organization or team. There are bad people who work here. And sure, most of them are gone now with Dan, right, and co. But I'm sure there's some left. And I'm sure, all these young coordinators who are geniuses, all these guys we just saw already get head coaching jobs, Javon. I'm sure these guys talk with their families about it potentially as an option. And they probably came to the same conclusion. And it's that if you go there, you're taking a giant risk and you're probably going to get fired in 4 years anyways, just like Ron, because nothing ever works there. And it's the most dysfunctional organization in football. And nothing has changed, even with the new ownership. I'm not even mad. I'm just sad about it, man. I'm sad. It seems like we took the complacent, easy way out. It seems like we took the safe route. Safe routes don't get you to the fucking Super Bowl. Safe routes don't get you to win a division when the other teams around you are the best out of any division in football. We're in the best division in the NFL. You know what doesn't get you fucking a Super Bowl or winning a division? Dan Quinn.
Could I potentially make you even more disappointed? Because I was seeing,
yeah, you know what? Go ahead. Twist my arm.
I was seeing people in chat say, well, he got to the Super Bowl with the Falcons. I mean, that's worth something. And he's been good on the Cowboys. You know what his record was post Kyle Shanahan?
What?
24-29.
Yeah, he was milking the shit out of young genius Shanahan. I would too. If I was old man geezeball, sleazeball Dan Quinn, I'd be milking the heck out of him as well, like Javon milks prize picks. Oh, I would too. And now I got to see this stupid bald head with that backwards cap for the next 4 years, not changing a single thing. I mean, Javon, the intro for BTL, it remains true. When I was bitching about Ron, nothing changed in the last 4 years. What's going to change when Ron 2.0 comes in?
It's a great question.
Nothing.
Great question.
Nothing. Unfucking believable. It really is. It's like you ripped the heart out of my fucking chest.
To be fair, or I guess not to be fair, but if there's anything that you can look a little up to, the rest of that division, as far as coaches go, are pretty much in shambles too. So at least you got that going for you,
Javon. And we have an opportunity to do something different, to change the narrative, to go against the grain, and maybe bring in a guy under 40 who has some new fucking ideas. Because I don't know if anybody's noticed, chat, but football's a little bit different, okay, than it was back in the day when fat-ass Dan Quinn was playing. A little bit different, all right? They do this thing now called passing, and they do it a lot. You see what happens with a good young coach and a good young QB? Look at what happened down there in Houston. How do you witness that? How do you witness what McDaniel's done with Tua? How do you witness what Shanahan's done with Purdy? And then you hired this old bag of dirt? How do you do it? How do these people sleep at night? I don't know. I don't know how they sleep at night. Probably because they're rich and they don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Well, I do. I am sad. I really am. Yeah, bring the fucking violin out. Bring the little violin out. I am sad. I really am. This ruined my fucking week. I'll be honest with you guys, and I'll wrap this up because we got plays to talk about. When I went off yesterday about Dan Quinn coming here, I didn't think he was actually gonna. I don't have a fucking crystal ball. I don't have sources with the team. Okay, I'm a fan just like everyone else. Okay, it's just what my brain knew was coming. It knew it was on the way. Subconsciously, whatever. I didn't plan that segment yesterday. That came from the fucking heart. I know this team like the back of my hand, and nothing has changed. No Dan Snyder, same shit. Lazy, complacent, conservative, and stupid. And that's not getting you to the fucking playoffs, let alone a Super Bowl. Dumbass people making dumbass decisions. Man, unbelievable. Be a Chargers fan. Every other team has a better situation or scenario. At least you have a star QB. At least you have Harbaugh. Every other team in the NFL, every single other one, besides maybe the Panthers, I'll give you that. They stink, okay? But at least they have Bryce Young. They'll give him another shot with a new coach. We don't have a lick. We don't have one thing. We don't have a QB. We don't have a defense. Our captain wants to get traded. Our best players just got traded already. And our offense fucking sucks. Golly. The Jets have Aaron Rodgers coming back. That's better.
Yeah,
like every other team has a better spot.
I could not think of anything somewhat promising about the Commanders. I could say that for anybody else.
We have Terry McLaurin. He's awesome.
Yeah, Terry McLaurin's cool.
That's it.
That's about it.
Man.
Yeah, that's unreal.
I'm sad.
Unreal.
I
would
really
be too.
am. Oh. Y'all getting Caleb Williams. No, we are not.
Makes too much sense.
That would make way too much sense for us to trade up and throw every shitty player who doesn't want to be here and is lazy and not a winner at the fucking kitchen sink to get him. That would make way too much sense to bring the kid home to DC, wouldn't it? I mean, literally give me the fucking job. It can't be this hard. It shouldn't be this hard, right? It really shouldn't. It really shouldn't. All right. Let's move. Let's groove. Trust me, we got plenty more to bitch about later. All right, I'm sure Javon's heard enough of me complaining. Yeah, maybe Jamin Davis will really turn it around with Dan Quinn coming in. Couldn't figure it out when his head coach and his defensive coordinator were star linebackers, borderline Hall of Famers when they played, and they couldn't even figure out how to get him to play well. Yeah, this tweet's fake as heck. Get that shit off my screen. That's fake as heck.
Crazy
that account is fake. That is a troll. It has zero truth to it. That account's got me before. Man. Yep.
Looking down.
Unbelievable. Let's go over the recap from yesterday's squad ride. At least that hit. Fuck. Heat Emma. Whoa. There's a train aloof. Watch out now.
Horn.
Might have to turn that puppy down just one notch there, dude, so my ear doesn't explode.
My God.
Trains are loud. Trains are loud. They're loud.
Trains are loud. Good. And we got Rep coming in with a party at 20. W's. Love to see that. We got SLQ dropping a subby a couple minutes ago. W's. Heat ML. Javon, great call yesterday. They finally broke the streak. Perfect timing for me to go see them play my Wizards tomorrow and probably win by 70.
Yeah. Let them start getting hot. But shout out De'Aaron Fox for being ass. That helped tremendously. He was terrible, and Josh Richardson was randomly prime LeBron off the bench. So shout out those guys. Streaks over.
Love it. Prize Picks entries once again, no dice. I can't believe it. I think the only thing that hit was the freaking entries you crafted on Night Sweats.
Yeah, Night Sweats. We were printing some first quarter, fourth quarter squares on Night Sweats. Weirdly,
I mean, I'll tip my cap to Chelly. I'll tip my cap to Chelly running point last night, trying to get the boys riled up, trying to get the boys to lock in an entry. I mean, we hit a 4-guyser, or at least I did. $100 win a rack with Chris Middleton fade, Simon's back in, Malik Beasley back in, and then that Spence Dinwiddie fourth quarter fade. I don't know if you guys were on Sweats last night, but that was crazy.
Hilarious. And then we also had,
and then, of course, Trent's was kicked.
Yeah, I was going to say, did you have another entry with the college squares, or was that one that you hooked? What was it, Gudis? Was that the only one?
Yeah, I had Simon's points, which hit with Gudis, which got hooked. Thanks, Trent. Appreciate that. Only play you gave. Omar Stanley, who turned into Shaq, just like I suspected. That was a great square. Aiden Mahoney, who had 3. Perfect. Yeah, this ball.
Square.
Attaboy, Trent. Appreciate you, beast. Golly. But yeah, we were crafting up on Sweats. I mean, we were playing 2K with Blake Snell last night. So if you guys aren't hip, if you didn't catch that, literally playing 2K with Blake Snell. Pretty freaking cool. We got a Coach Trent. Let's go, Chell. Yeah, Coach Chelly was absolutely hysterical last night. So if you guys didn't catch that, maybe go back and rewatch Sweats for a minute towards the end because it was hysterical. And yeah, I didn't want to tail OT Meg. It is what it is. That was the freest square of all time. We got to teach Trent how to direct pass. I think
we started getting there towards the end, and I think you started to figure it out. But yeah, Coach
like actually
Shelley,
using the button to direct pass to people.
Yeah. Coach Shelley's got to get in the lab and start teaching him how to do that, man. Because he low key, like he was not scoring, but he was kind of dishing towards the end.
He was diamond. He needs to work on a lot of stuff, pretty much everything. But yeah, he was diamond. I 100% agree. I mean, Javon, you might have to go over there and just bring 2 controllers and teach him how to literally direct pass like he's a 6-year-old. For the betterment of the team. Okay. If he can find out how to direct pass, I mean, instead of getting 11 assists per game like he did last night, he's going to get 20 and we're going to win games. We're so close.
He did also, unfortunately, grade out to finish the night, though.
No, he did not.
He did. I mean, it just had to end that way. I think he had like 9 turnovers.
Look, sometimes you don't have your best stuff. Sometimes you don't have your fastball. Okay. But Drip Splash did his job last night. He bounced back with a couple almost 20-point performances. He looked pretty good.
He did.
Yeah. All right. Let's move. Let's groove. All right. Let's talk about yesterday's Sharp reports. Cake from me went 2 and 3, I believe. And then Javon also had a side of cake as well. Yep. But most importantly, the squad ride did hits. But man, he stunk.
Only dialed on NBA sides and totals is a weird feeling in a day. That's crazy.
Insane. That is really weird. And yes, Snell did end up texting me last night. Look, I'm tired. I'm on the East Coast. I'm an hour, ahead of you guys, and I'm not gonna make excuses, but I just had to call it and be ready and fresh for the show today and do all of our shit. But I get a freaking text like 10 minutes later from a random number, like screaming at me over text in all caps, get back online. I'm like, who the hell is this? Is someone from work is someone yelling at me to get back on? I feel like I did my job last night. I don't know.
Yeah.
And I looked up the area code and it was where he's from. And I was like, holy smokes, is that Snell telling me to go fuck myself and get back online? It was. It actually was. And that was like the coolest thing ever. I'm like, damn, I guess I should probably get back on, but I'm already tucked in bed. And that might have been the highlight of the year, getting a text from Blake Snell telling me to change. Pretty much.
As soon as you left, Trench like, Krabs is a problem. We're going to win now.
Yeah, then we got blasted by like 40. And then he grades
19
out.
points and shot 8 for 8 from the field and made my free throws in the last game we played. I didn't miss one shot. What? That's all right. Snell is screaming. Yeah, Snell.
Bitching, man.
Look, there's a reason why he's a Cy Young winner. There's a reason why he's one of the best pitchers, if not the best pitcher in baseball. He's very competitive, and I like it. I really do. But he will let you know if you're messing up. He will hold you accountable. That is for sure.
He did start shooting yapped and tour dates towards the end of the last couple games, man. He's got to get together too, low key.
He's definitely bitching in the dugout. Yep, 100%. Yeah. He's definitely that seasoned vet, keeping the young guys in line. If they're having too much fun, hey, knock that shit off. Block it, right?
Yeah, I wouldn't want to be in the that dugout post World Series pull during the no-no. I'll tell you that much.
Ooh. No, I would not. But it's pretty cool to sit back and think about it, right? We're playing 2K with probably the best pitcher in baseball right now, right?
Yeah.
We're doing something right. He likes hanging out with us. He knows we like baseball, right? Baseball season coming up, chat. You guys know that around that time is when, all the bazillion influencers who think they know everything about sports and are posting right now for football. That's when they go away. Okay, that's when they just disappear, and that's when we shine the most. So, gosh, Javon, I'm so excited for your baseball plays. I'm going to be absolutely tapped in. I don't think we had a Prize Picks run ever like we did during baseball season last year for a couple months when we were absolutely firing on all cylinders. I don't know about you guys, but MLB is close, and we are right around the corner, and I'm stoked for BTL MLB once we turn the page here after the Super Bowl. I am absolutely stoked.
Rose team total.
It's going to be sick. Daniel is hip. You guys cannot wait for Javon's MLB milk. He knows.
He knows.
It's time for those tweets. I'm going to fire that tweet off just to piss you off, Lembong. Do my job. All right. Bring back the meat sheets.
The meat sheets will be back. They'll be back and they'll be full. We'll have the meat sheets, and then we're doing POD every day of the year, so we'll have that too. Those will be out.
Let's go.
I'm ready.
That's what I'm talking about. We got Ron coming in, giving out a sub. Let's go, Ron. That's what I'm talking about, Beast. We got 600 people in here right now. Let's keep growing, moving, grooving. Guys, let me know what you're liking on the card today. Ginormous college basketball cards. A lot of games, not a lot of great ones, but we do have a lot. Plenty of opportunities to bounce back from my worst king of the board performance of the season. Plain and simple. 1-3.
Got to strike.
You need to get it. You need to hit it back.
Have to.
You got to seal the deal here, Javon, and change the narrative, flip the script. Plain and simple.
Which I hate. I don't know what the situation was. I guess it was RJ Felton was the late news for ECU, which damn near flipped the line that he wasn't going to play, that he did end up playing, then he shot terrible because he was hurt. Like, I don't know. That wouldn't have been on there prior to the line movement. But still got to hit a bet. You hit a bet. We're green. Same position I was in last week. And then took the Kraken and their Moose.
All it took was the damn Seattle Kraken to steal your coins once more. It should be their middle name, Steel Coins. The Seattle Steel Coins Kraken. Golly. All right. King of the board, L for me this week, but let's see if I can bounce back with a plus chicken winner to make this interesting today or tomorrow. All right, boys. Look, you guys thought I already did the steam crabs. That was sad crabs. That was down bad crabs. Good. So let's run the tape. I got to get pissed again. W. Riley, thank you for doing the Lord's work, doing your job over there on the YouTube. Someone's got to hold it down. No Allen today. All right. Man, what a game last night from the Cavaliers, huh? Wasn't that something? I don't know if I've ever seen a bet play out like this, okay? And I've said a lot of bets. I have been betting for a good amount of time. I'm not a fossil. I'm not Dan Quinn, but I've been betting for a good amount of time. Right, Javon? And I've seen a lot of games. And CBB is my shit, right? So I've watched a lot of them, bet on them. I love watching college basketball. I watch any game, right? Well, I was watching that one, unfortunately, last night while I was on the TikTok live and then hopping on Sweats. And it was one of the craziest games I've ever seen. And not because it was 100 to 100, but because every time these guys shot the ball, it went in the hoop from both teams. And they only scored, 118 points, I believe. W math there. The over barely hit in this game. Javon, picture this. Okay, chat, close your eyes. I want to put you in my shoes here. Close your eyes, all right? Picture this. The team, every single time on offense, takes about 25, 26 seconds off the clock. You're thinking, this is great. They're milking again. Okay, this game, no way it doesn't go under. The first 5 minutes, there were 7 points total, Javon. It was looking great. I thought it had already cashed. Every single possession, 25 seconds off the clock. They take a terrible 3. Could not be more of a perfect shot. Okay, this doesn't just happen for the first half. This doesn't just happen for one team. This went on for the entire game from both sides. Okay, and these teams aren't good at shooting. This is UVA. Okay? There's a better chance one of these UVA kids gets laid than makes a three-pointer, and that's tough. Okay? It's UVA. And they're making every single shot, Javon. And especially one Muv in particular. I've never seen a shooting performance in my life from UVA like that ever. And this Groves kid, Javon, who, by the way, I don't know if we could pull up his PFP. Maybe Goots can work on that in the back end. Groves. He had a career high in that game. This kid had 18 points. He went 6 for 8 from 3. He could not miss. He looks like grins. If he played on UVA and if you stretched him out a little bit, this freaking guy, he shouldn't be dropping 18 points with 6 threes. I had never seen anything like it. And then you go back and Notre Dame counters with an even worse possession. And then they jack up a 3, typically a fadeaway, running out of bounds almost because they're getting strapped. And what do? They go absolutely bonkers from behind the arc. Guys, these teams, Notre Dame, they shot 9 for 18 from deep in that game, 50%. UVA, 13 for 25. I don't think I've ever seen UVA shoot 25 threes in my entire life. What was that game? It was in a parallel universe. It was like I was watching a bigger basketball hoop. Never seen anything like it. And the under almost still hit. I cannot believe that didn't hit, and I feel bad for everyone in chat.
Yeah, and I can tell you from here,
this guy, dude.
Both teams shooting 50+% on 43 threes is definitely not pretty average. I'll say that. So might want to look into that one a little bit. And 6 for 8 from 3 from a guy who averages 7 points is also not very average.
This guy, Groves.
Jacob Groves.
He's the one that turned into freaking Steph Curry last night. Never seen anything like it. But wait, there's more. Okay? How did Georgia lose that game last night? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Like, actually, are you joking? Is this real? The way they lost that game last night? They were up 20 points at halftime. And they couldn't cover plus 10. I guess they did cover plus 10. Fuck me. I can't even get that right. They couldn't cover the plus 6.5. Man, that was one of the worst beats I have ever seen, and you will see that on Monday by the bald man himself, SVP, a good bald man, rare, okay? You will see that from him. That's going to be a bad beat and a half. But wait, there's more. How about UCF blowing the lead to Baylor's, who didn't deserve that game for a second? I still can't believe that. UCF forgot how to play basketball for the last 10 minutes. Somebody texted me, they described it perfectly. That's what it feels like to bleed out. That game. Oh, brutal. And then the ECU line flip. As soon as I lock it in, the line flips right away. Boom. What was yesterday, chat? Can we take that and just roll it up and throw that shit out? Because that was piss. Anything from your end, Javon? Any cake? Or was it just all me? Was I just taking the cake for everyone?
No, I mean, I definitely had some cake too, but not really outside of ECU. Man. Too much I can complain about. It's just like any of the losers I had yesterday were just losers. Shit place. They weren't really.
I cannot believe it. Means we're going 5-0 today. I hope so.
Oh,
that's good vibes from chat.
Rare. I knew that one was kicked. I moved on very early in the second half.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Sure, yeah. Surely the parlay I took to get some coins back with Bradley ML and North Texas, who were winning the whole game, should hit right. I didn't even check the final score of that game because I thought it already hit, and I looked this morning and I'm down even more units. What? North Texas blew that game in OT. Goodness. Chad, we got to sweep today, man. We got to change the narrative. All right, we're sure as hell hitting the squad right. I got to get this ball dude out of my freaking heads. And the only way to do it is with some winners. All right, so why don't we dive in? We got a fresh, new, and improved BTL Sharp report for you guys. All right, W. Daniel, absolutely fire graphic as usual. 5 plays, 5 winners, chat. Let's see if we can sweep today and go 10-0. Why not us? Let me get it started off, Javon. I'll rip the Band-Aid off. Let's head down to Abilene Christian. All right, I think that might be somewhere down near you, huh? Kind of close?
It's like in, I think, like middle of West Texas and like nowhere. So like more Lubbock-ish. Close.
Okay.
I don't know.
Sure. Any reason why they'd be a favorite in this spot against a much better Tarleton team that's already beaten them?
Yeah, they get some line respect at home sometimes, but it's definitely a little weird. So I'm with you there.
Definitely a little weird to say the least. I would, especially since they already lost to them by 8 points only just like 2 weeks ago, Javon. Give me Abilene Christian. This game, this season pretty much hinges on this game. They need a conference win like they need air. They're coming off a loss when they were -6 to Southern Utah. I love fading teams coming off of losses as favorites against shit teams because they're bouncing back. These college teams, these college kids, they're not consistent. Okay, that's why they're in college and not the NBA yet. But I'm willing to bet Abilene Christian, we see the better version of them compared to what we saw against Southern Utah.
My man, I still think
Right.
that team is a lot better than what they've done. So I'm with you.
Agreed. And they've been a second half team for the last couple of years.
They have.
Second half of the season team.
Yeah, they always start to come around come tourney time. So you're usually in the conversation there. Taking Marshall to win by a lot, which I think you took this as a nuke play the first time when Old Dominion was favored at home and they won by almost 30 points. And not that I think the line can really be too much less because like the teams and the trajectories they've really been on since that game, Marshall started to put it together a little bit and Old Dominion is Old Dominion. They really haven't had a decent performance since then. So like, yeah, the line's going to be fat for a reason. Marshall is significantly better, but I want to bank on that game being just strictly an anomaly where Marshall was absolutely god-awful on the road. Their stars didn't really show up. Like Camden Kerfman was 4-13 from the field against a team who really has disgusting perimeter defense that doesn't guard anybody. So now back at home, I think the line is big for a reason, but Marshall, if this game was kind of in a vacuum, regardless of the first matchup, I would still take Marshall. So like, I think the line is a little telling, but I like the matchup too. And I think they beat shit out of them.
We are. I'm in. All right. Let's go get a dub, Marshall. Why not us? Okay. That is a fatty, fatty spread. Let's head to Nebraska here against Wisconsin. And I am praying you are on my side here and don't think this is fake sharp, but I can't resist with Tominaga and co here at home against a Wisconsin team who's just been good, to say the least. This team has just overperformed at the wazoo. Their seniors, Wall and Crowell, they're really playing well this season, and they've got a couple really good guards to complement them as well. Nebraska, on the other hand, right, they're coming off that loss to Maryland. You can't lose to Maryland, especially not by 22 points. I don't care if you're playing at College Park. You got to at least keep it close. That was embarrassing, right? So like I just talked about, love back in college teams coming off a shit performance. I know they weren't a favorite in that spot, but they probably should have been. And the fact that they weren't made me take Maryland in that game in cash. So let's stay hot reading these Nebraska games and teams. And let's stay hot fading Wisconsin here. I know they've been a wagon this season. They're 11-8-1 against the spread, but let's not act like Nebraska hasn't been great ATS too. 12-9 on the year, but recently, no bueno, and they have dropped 3 of their last 5. I'm willing to bet they bounce back at home in a must-win spot here against their rival. With Tominaga and co. absolutely balling from three-point range. We know Nebraska can shoot it, right, Javon? Wisconsin, their perimeter defense is moose. Okay, if Nebraska and Tominaga can't take advantage of that, they sure as hell will have the opportunities. It'll be on them, and I'll charge it to the game. But they will have every opportunity to win this game outright. If you want to take the points, grab them. But I'm seeing this line flip to a favorite on some books already.
Yeah, I'll root for you on that one.
Dudes, are you serious?
It's not really that I think it's like fake sharp or anything. I don't have any interest in getting involved. So I still think Wisconsin is pretty good. I like the look ahead spot though. I'll say that. They got that team from West Lafayette looming this weekend. So not against it.
W Boise play last night. People forget they won outright. Unbelievable. And then, Stanley was an absolute beast. Guys, Stanley was, we got to start targeting him on PrizePicks more. I cannot believe his PRA was that low. And it's also worth noting something I learned last night watching that St. Mary's game. That team cannot close a door if it shut up on itself. straight up. Like that team cannot close out a game to save their life, Javon. St. Mary's, they are going to be melters down the stretch. They already kind of are. They almost blew that game last night to Santa Clara, and they've done that more often than not this season where they just cannot shut the door. They almost look like the freaking Wizards at the end of games when Scott Brooks, before he got fired, when we'd be winning all these games and then we blow it in the last couple minutes. That's what St. Mary's is trying to do. They haven't actually lost a game yet in conference. They're still perfect at the top. I have a feeling one of these, blown leads towards the end bites them in the ass coming up soon, and they actually take an L and not just some sort of sketchy game that gets close. Keep your eyes peeled. St. Mary's is going to drop a game soon. I can feel it. I want that on record. Okay?
There we go.
Tell me about this over in Cleveland and Detroit Mercy. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, this one's been bouncing kind of all around, so I'm going to wait and kind of figure out where it's going to settle before I'm actually going to place this bet. But it's another one of those weird ones, which I guess for these ball sack state games have been working pretty well, probably more so with overs or with unders than overs. But they played the first time around, which was at Cleveland State, where Detroit Mercy typically, I mean, if you look at what they've done on the road, they've played a lot more high-scoring games on the road than at home. And now that game was 68-59, soared under a total of 141, I believe, in that game. And now we're seeing a total that has been bouncing around between like 145 and 147.5. And it's been back and forth for like the last couple hours. Who knows where it's going to settle? But that's a little high considering, like I said, Detroit Mercy, their defense is terrible on the road. They've had a lot of piss-poor matches, I guess you could say, that contribute to that on the road. But they're a terrible team in general. The only way they've been able to stay in games is trying to slow down teams and decrease the possessions, which is a lot what they did against Cleveland State the first time. So why are we seeing a total so high this time? And it was a little early of a matchup in conference play. So as we've kind of figured out by now, Detroit Mercy is somehow even worse than we thought, especially defensively. So now that we're getting kind of into the back end, I can guarantee you Cleveland State is going to make some adjustments and try to speed that team up because that's how you expose them. So second time around, I think there's a reason why it's a higher total. It's because Cleveland State is going to play with a little more intensity in this game. They really didn't look interested in that first matchup. They're just letting Detroit Mercy slow them down and kind of getting out of their offense, taking bad shots. They're going to be ready in this game, even on the road.
Sure.
And no, Detroit Mercy does not have a win yet. Swiss cheese.
Guys, they are 0-22, I believe. 0-22.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, that's just – at what point do you just quit the team?
Yeah, I feel like they're going to get to that point soon.
At what point do, like, your parents reach out and they're like, buddy, are you okay? This is – not only is this concerning, but is everything all right? Are you guys rigging games? Like, you know how hard it is to lose 22 straight games?
So difficult.
I don't care how good or bad you are. Like, they have a chance to go defeated, not undefeated. Defeated.
Crazy.
Straight up. And, guys, this is the same team that had Antoine Davis, and I believe his dad coached that team too, and that's the only reason why he was there. So maybe Pops is checked out after his son left. Maybe he doesn't give a shit. Maybe he's too busy watching him in the G League. I don't know. But for that team to be, pretty – I don't know. They put up a fight last season. They had one of the best players in the country last season in Antoine Davis. And they were definitely better than they are right now. To go to 0 wins at this point of the year, I mean, could they lose out? Should we pull up their schedule?
Yeah, I mean, we can.
Who are they playing? I know they probably only have like 7 games left, right?
Yeah, they don't have too much more on the docket. I'll tell you
While
that.
Goots pulls that schedule up, do you think Detroit Mercy's a live dog? Because I almost put them on here myself.
I will say, like, I kind of do in my heart of hearts, but the fact that I like the over is probably not great because you look at the games that Detroit Mercy's in outside of like Robert Morris when there is points. It's because
they're not even close. They're getting blown out.
Non-competitive games.
This might be the worst college basketball team in the history of college basketball.
They do have Robert Morris at home this weekend.
Oh, man. Don't let him get hot.
That might be their only chance.
That last Robert Morris spot was the sharp spot.
Supposedly. Yeah, I remember that.
Man. Yeah, they're not winning at Wright State. They're probably not going to beat Cleveland State today. Maybe they'll cover at home. Honestly, that could be it today. They got Robert Morris on the road coming up. That's brutal.
IUPUI at home, too.
Yeah, keep scrolling a little bit, Goots. Let's see this finito. Oh, they got IUPUI at home. They could do it there. Can we get a line prediction for that game? Is it going to be the total at 100? Lowest total of all time? I guess not because Detroit Mercy's defense is that bad.
It'll probably be a pretty low total. It'll probably be like pretty
Low.
similar to
Yeah.
like what the IUPUI one is today. That I think is soaring over for whatever reason.
Huh.
So I don't know. I really don't.
We should do a night sweats for that.
Night
We
sweats
might
just
have to
for
do
that
a
game.
sweats. Goods, put that on the calendar. Cancel the Super Bowl.
Valentine's Day night sweat for IUPUI Detroit Mercy.
Bruh.
Imagine
Sorry,
if you guys
man,
thought,
we're gonna watch.
Sorry, honey. I gotta watch IUPUI and Detroit. Mercy.
yeah, we were going to Nobu, but IUPUI is on the road against Detroit Mercy.
Bro.
Sorry.
Those dinner reservations we got that I booked and the couples massage we had this morning. Yeah, canceled. Okay, we got IUPUI and Detroit Mercy tonight. Lock the fuck in. You think this is a joke? We don't have time for dinner. We don't have time for dates. We got Detroit Mercy. You're either married to the game or not. Unbelievable.
Unreal.
Just so happens to be on Valentine's Day. Okay. Unbelievable. That could be the game they win, though. All right. Let's jump back to the Sharp Report. Let's see what else we got cooking up in the lab today. Again, not a ton of like elite college basketball games or matchups. There's a couple. A lot of mid-majors today as well. Let me take you to Towson. Let me take you to Baltimore, said nobody ever. I'm taking this under. All right. The splits look very, very sharp in this game. One of the lowest totals of the day, 32% of bets, 52% of handle in this spot. So I love that. And I love Towson's defense at home. And I love fading Northeastern, who is absolute moose shit. Towson, very well coached. Towson, they don't have those guys from last season like Timberlake and co who could score anymore. This team wins with defense, and they're going to win with defense probably tonight. And this game is going to soar under. I would be surprised if they even get to 120.
Yeah, that game is going to be probably absolutely disgusting. I'm kind of with you.
Boring. Yep.
Yeah. Another over of my 3 on the card, Portland Pacific, which is a track meet, kind of just the way it sounds. They did play a little earlier too, and that game went under, but that one probably isn't much of the point. In that game, they also like weren't driving the ball. So like they didn't get to the free throw line nearly as much as Portland and Pacific, two teams that play a lot in transition, slash a lot to the rim, like do. So like in this game, total is a little bit higher, even though they did soar under in that game. So I'm expecting more of the classic, especially with Pacific at home. They love to run, and they're a much better shooting team at home too. So I think that game's going to get really weird, and I think it's going to be one of those games that is just a track meet from the start, and you look up and it's crunch time, and it's 85-83, something like that. So I think that game soars.
Another over in a nasty CBB game from Jaban, and that ain't no problem. All right, Let's get some points. At least if you're betting on these crummy teams, at least you get to watch the 2 overs. I'm stuck rooting for no baskets in Towson.
Yeah, to be fair, I mean, Portland and Pacific are a combined 13-29. So it's not like we're rooting for points from good offenses or anything, but we'll see how it pans out.
They're atrocious. Somebody in chat said, is USC plus 2.5 a live look? Sure. Javon, what do you think about that spread? Definitely short. I don't know if I'm going to get to the counter and take the bait on USC because they still are big name brand USC. Probably not going to play anything, but I mean, we have to agree that spread is hilarious.
Yeah, it does seem kind of short. I just hate fading Oregon in super short spreads because they never get line respect. They're just one of those teams that Vegas just doesn't give a shit about. And most of the time they come out and they prove them wrong. And that's why I've kind of been on the just take Dana Altman no matter what the line is the last couple of weeks because they just finds a way no matter what it is.
Yep.
But that I will not be doing that today, needless to say.
Okay. Yeah, no bets for me here. This looks like, one of the sharper lines of the day with USC. A lot of people are pointing out they're seeing it easily, which scares me, number one. And number two, I just feel like this could definitely be a spot where Oregon just wins because, like you said, they never, ever, ever get line respect. And USC continues to just drop L's and take in public money still because they have Bronny James and because they're USC, right? But this team is moose, and 3 of their best players have been hurt, right? It's just kind of a wash of a season. So I'm not really expecting anything to change from USC. It's not like they have, crazy postseason hopes at this point. These guys are just trying to make it through the year.
Right? Pretty much.
All right. Let's bump back. All right, to the Sharp Report. I think we got a couple more plays. We got Rampage coming in with a 20-month, 20-unit bet on Nebraska ML. Holy smokes.
Quick Zach Orr shout out.
Ravens have hired Zach Orr as their new defensive coordinator. Huh.
Should be a good look.
Hey, he's a Raven. All right. Played there. Knows the system. I think it's a good hire for sure.
All right. W. Goodsnug. Love that. Man, I still can't believe we didn't get McDonald. Oh,
Can you?
no, I can believe it. I'm just hurt. Remember, I told you why they're not coming here. I gave like the most logical reason anyone has ever said on earth
Yeah.
about why nobody wants to come here. Unfortunately, I'm still in pass. Let's go to Queens. This could change the vibes, Javon. A little Queens wave. This could change everything. Okay, it's
could.
been a while. I don't even think I've gotten a bet in on Queens this year. Might have had one early on that lost, and I've kind of sat back and just watched this team, unfortunately, underperform a little bit this year after they came out of nowhere last season. Remember, they got called up from D2 or D3 for their first year in D1. They had Kenny Dye, who was actually a machine and probably could have been a point guard at a lot of Power 5 schools. But the magic is gone. They still do have McKee, and they have this Albury kid who's averaging almost 20 points a game, but they don't have that winner. They don't have that closer in Kenny Dye. They don't have that consistent, reliable old vet that you can trust and that you know is making the right decisions with the ball. This team has kind of been all over the place this season. They've taken a step back, no doubt. But they have played Eastern Kentucky very well the last couple of times they've played them over the last couple of years. They haven't won, but they've kept them close. I think they do get a win in this game outright, but I'm going to grab the plus 5.5 points. One of my favorite plays today with that spread coming down from 6.5. The splits look sharp, not public at all. Nobody wants to bet on Queens at this point. Early on in the season, sure they did. Right now, after they're 8-14 playing against an Eastern Kentucky team who everyone loves betting on, everyone loves watching their offense, that's the team getting the public money. Nobody wants Queens right now. I'll take them for them, okay? And I'm going to back Albury and McKee to do whatever the hell they can at home to probably win this game outright. Good sign that total's moving up. I think they'll keep the pace and tempo with Eastern Kentucky. Both these teams match up great with each other.
I'm in. Absolutely in. Little Queens
Wouldn't
for the
mind that over.
vibes.
Wouldn't mind that over either, to be honest with you.
I mean, they
Eastern
want that.
Kentucky is cracked out right now after a terrible start to the year when a lot of people were high on them, okay? Absolutely on fire. Won and covered 5 of their last games, Javon. Queens, they've lost 4 of their last 5. It just hasn't been good this year. But they're back home, and that spread shorts, and they have a good matchup. I'll take a stab at a plus 5.5.
I'm in. Queens for the vibes, just like the old times.
Just like old times, brother. Sure. Chat knows. The OGs know. Boston and LA. Javon, take me to LA.
So this is probably, I would say, out of the 4 plays here, probably my favorite, which is, I don't know, maybe a little strange because I like taking more of the overs that are involving, I don't know, probably shittier teams than the marquee matchup of the day, maybe across all sports. But the Celtics are minus 12 in this game. Anthony Davis and LeBron are questionable. So, I mean, with the spread sitting at 12, that tells me one of 2 things. Either, AD or LeBron, one of them is not going to play, which in this case would mean this total sitting as high as it is pretty indicative of what's going to happen. But if it's not, and that spread is exactly what it is, and both of them play, you know what the matchup is, Krebs? It is a team who absolutely chucks threes. They're top 5. I think they're number 4 on the dot in 3-point percentage in the NBA against a team who does not guard the perimeter to save their lives. So if the spread is what it is, LeBron and AD play, this is going to be a 3-point shooting masterclass from the Celtics. So if they destroy the Lakers, it is what it is. They're putting up like 140 points doing it. And I trust the Lakers to put up whatever, 100 and change, whatever is needed. But if one of those guys doesn't play, especially if it happens to be AD, fantastic matchup defensively, obviously, because you lose a massive piece in the paint for the Lakers defensively, and Kristaps Porzingis, which I've seen everywhere on Twitter that he dominates AD, period. But he's going to have a field day if he doesn't play. This game is going to see points, whichever way you spin it. I really am hoping that the line is this large for no reason, and it's a Celtics blowout on prime time, and they just put up 140 points on 75 threes. But like I said, there's a lot of different avenues to get this total. And this is a LeBron in Boston game where he is traditionally, he hates them. And that's, I'm saying that in a funny way from the chat, but he actually wants to dominate in Boston, especially if there ends up being no AD. He is going to do everything for that team. And I think the Lakers, in my heart of hearts, think they're going to keep up in this game, but they're both playing and the spread's that large. Give me a break. So Boston, whichever way you spin it, they're torching the Lakers from 3 in this game. It's one of the better, I guess, great 3-point offenses against horrendous 3-point defense matchups that we've seen in the NBA in the last couple of weeks. So give me that. And yes, they do.
Crowd, get in the fucking lab, dude. Get in the lab. I expect a dark square by COV to that.
We need an entry for Surge Stream potentially.
Oh, yeah.
I know Trent's tweeting, wanting to sweat that out.
Is that kid that he bet on last time up there? Oh my God, he is.
There
Bottom
you
right
go.
sector.
Luke
I might have
Littler.
to play, man.
Goots.
I might have
Goots,
to play.
tap in.
People forget Goots is a darts sharp. He actually
I
watches
am.
darts.
I watch
This could be it. Goots, this is
That's
your time to
crazy.
shine, brother.
This
It
is
my
your
to
time.
shine. I don't know why my cam's not coming up, but my voice will do just fine. Let
Yes,
me
sir.
get in the lab.
Get
Not
in the
ready
lab,
yet.
in the
I have
lab.
time. I don't want to force.
Don't force, don't rush, okay? But
Yes.
also don't take your time and don't take it too easy. All right.
Yeah,
Find that happy
we got an
medium.
hour.
Find
We
that
got an
happy
hour.
All
Get
right,
in
I'll
lab.
figure it
right?
out.
Don't force, but also hurry up. Okay. W's. IUPUI selling. Well, don't bet on IUPUI. Come on. Prize Pick Squares. Let's go over these puppies and chat. Remember, these are our favorite 10 plays of the day. Almost use this like a cheat sheet, like we post on Saturdays. You guys love that shit. Why not? Look at these plays before you're about to lock in yours and make sure you're not fading, and make sure you add a couple of these that you like as well to your card. Okay. Let me take you back to Nebraska. I wasn't done with him yet. I'm going to go with Tominaga. Last time I gave this square, it didn't feel right. He is a very popular player. He's very cool, and I'm rooting for him. I think he's going to be a crazy story, and he keeps getting better, at least shooting-wise and offensively. And he does turn into Steph Curry about once a month, like legitimately. Not just with his play, but like just the way he acts on the court. It's pretty weird. So
Yeah.
I'm hoping one of those nights is tonight. He's coming off of some bad games as well, Javon. So he's due, and we know he only plays well really at home. So give me Tominaga. It looks like a high number here, and for good reason. I think there'll be plenty of points, especially coming from Nebraska here, because I'm obviously betting on them, my favorite play today. But like I talked about earlier, he's going against one of the worst three-point defenses in the country, and they're going to be jacking him. All right? He's going to have plenty of volume, plenty of shots. If he doesn't make them, if he doesn't come through, and then you know what? I'm losing two of my bets tonight with that in Nebraska, and I'll go about my day. But I'm leaning into Nebraska plus 3.5 here, and if anybody's going to be scoring, it's going to be Tominaga.
Yeah, I'm in. Kind of. But
in for Tominaga, not for Nebraska.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
All
right.
But Goots, if you wouldn't mind putting up the chart for Caleb Love, I would love that.
Please. Well, we get a J Force subby coming in hot. W's, gents. We got follows coming in as well. Hope you guys enjoyed the morning after earlier today. We got my guy Andres coming in. Give me the darts. Someone must have signaled him somehow. I don't know how he found out about that. But we will have some sort of darts play from Goots on this stream. So stick with us. Okay. Ooh, Caleb Love coming off of, I believe, a career high in points, Javon. Looking like his assist square is pretty high, huh?
Yeah.
Wow.
And the problem, I guess we can talk about that game in a little bit, but I think Cal stays in this game for a bit, but the one spot where they're super vulnerable is in transition, where Caleb Love, he started to get more assists lately. So I think the first time this was a pretty not popular play, but people brought this to our attention. It was damn near flat. He was getting 1-0 assist every game, and then they put the square up and he went over, and he had a little masterclass there. But he's gotten a lot in transition, and he's been getting more off the pick and roll lately, which the frustrating thing about Cal, anytime you bet on them off the pick and roll, Fardaws looks like he's not even playing the game of basketball, so he's just playing rover off the pick and roll in the middle, which means that somebody's nude in the corner for a wide open three, or the roller is just wide the hell open. So their on-ball defense, since they've been healthy, has been a little bit better. So I don't think they're going to stop Caleb Love from scoring necessarily, but it's definitely going to be an emphasis on it. So when they get in the pick and roll, Fardaws is going to get absolutely torched. So there's a reason why this up. And actually, I believe if you look at the juice, -140.
Whoa.
Last I saw. So, that's probably going to be at 4
That's
soon.
Yeah,
it's probably going to be at 4 soon. So,
well,
pretty telling there.
I'm going to do what everybody should do if you're already planning on tailing this. And I'm going to pair our guy Caleb Love with Tominaga and make sure I don't get bumped. We could send something later as well. But that's a mandatory 2-piece, at least from me, before that gets bumped up to 4, right?
Yep.
Dubs. All right. Tominaga, more than 13.5 points. Caleb Love, more than 3.5 assists. I'm loving that.
I have my square.
No, you don't. Should I put that in with this? Make it a 3-piece?
If you want to.
Goots. Feed me the darts play, brother. What do we got?
All right. So Luke Littler, the 15-year-old, however old he is, he's playing the same guy he played in that championship that he lost.
No way.
No shot.
So the contrarian angle here is what I'm going to take is we're not going to back Luke Littler again. We're going to back the guy he played again.
Ooh.
I'm
Because
going to take.
everyone's back in the fun, trendy.
Everyone's
Littler
going to
get
back
revenge.
Luke Littler.
Do we
to-
know what the
for some
odds are on the
revenge.
books for this
Not sh-
matchup?
I can look, but
I
I
heard
like Luke
rumors
Humphries.
of a pick 'em.
Yeah, I like Luke Humphries 180s.
Okay. 3-dart average. You're liking Luke Humphries more than 99.5.
Yes. People in chat saying like this is a bad pick. How the fuck do you know?
If you do know, call the number. Okay,
Yeah.
That's figure it out. You need to have some serious life tweaks if you
Yes.
do know. Luke Humphries more than 99.5. 3-dart average.
3-dart average.
Holy smokes, Goots.
Wow.
All right. I trust. I'm locking it in with Tominaga. All right. I'm sure Javon is doing the same.
Yeah.
Locking it in with Tominaga's. And Caleb Love, chat. That's Tominaga more than 13.5 points. And that's Caleb Love more than 3.5 assists. Okay.
While we're
With our guy,
Yes.
Goots is dart square. Humphries
It's-
more than 99.5.
It's a pick 'em. -110
Okay.
for the money
while
line.
we're
Okay.
on the PP board, I have to give some honorable mentions because that went pretty well yesterday. Shout out Carlton Carrington, career high. We have to go to the 3-point category
Whoa.
because there are probably the 2 nastiest squares I think I've ever seen on the board, which sure, maybe they go 1-1. NBA Goots. One of them is easily the nastiest one I've ever seen. So
Can I
I
take a guess?
feel like you can pretty easily guess which one it is.
Dude, tell me you have a fucking darts, POD.
Bro, Gooch just crafted up on Trent.
No way.
Prize Pick Square. Yeah.
You just got square, yeah.
He's
Which-
saying, Gooch, get back up here, bro. You got to sell it yourself. Just tell him exactly
He's
what you told us.
still up here, I think.
All right, Trent, you ready?
Please, dude.
Okay. So I don't know if you know this, but the guy that Luke Littler's playing is the same guy he played in that championship.
Yeah, Humphries. Yeah, I'm
Yes.
dialed.
So I don't want to back Littler like everyone else is going to be for revenge. I want to back Humphries
Bro,
more than 3-dart average.
dude. Well, first of all, I don't know what the fuck the stat categories are.
So 3-dart
mind.
average is every time they throw, they're throwing 3 darts. So they're going to have an average at the end of the match that
Oh,
adds up to that average.
okay.
Hmm.
So you're fading, you're fading Littler.
Fading Littler, basically.
Could that be right up your alley, Trent, after him costing you those coins?
Yeah.
They already rematched before. Was B Young at the event? People were asking.
Is B Young tapped?
Was Bryce Young at the darts tourney, the revenge game of the century? B Young, let us know how that played out, okay? Interesting. All right, back to NBA. That's enough darts for probably an entire year. Kelly Oubre, more than 1.5 3-pointers made.
Yes.
Yeah.
Shelly Oubre.
Kelly in Vegas, more than 1.5 3-pointers made.
Oh, sure. Surely this is hitting. Dante threes.
Holy shit. That's insane, bro. Dante DiVincenzo threes, and they have a demon
Who's
and
the-
a goblin up for him, Javon.
He was the greatest shooter of all time. As I was watching the Jazz and Jordan Clarkson in that game, they were just feeding him. He shot like 25 threes. It was crazy. But yeah, both of the disgusting squares happened to be in that same game with the Jazz and the Sixers. One of
But
them's
I'm not
Kelly Oubre.
seeing his normal square to fade, though, Javon.
Kelly?
No, Dante DiVincenzo. Chinza.
Oh, what is the 2.5? Is it a demon or gob?
I'm seeing both a demon and a goblin.
So the goblin is 2.5 then. Right?
Yeah, 2.5, and then 4.5 is the demon.
Free flyer. This is
You can
even.
leave that then.
Ooh, good.
Better.
W contrarian play goods. I love that.
That's huge.
Yeah, there's no base square for his threes, Javon.
That
So we
means
couldn't even
probably-
take his lesson if you
that
want. We
means
might be stuck
probably-
with Kelly in Vegas.
Kelly in Vegas, yeah. Yeah, I mean, this one just has to be taken. I have zero confidence in this hitting, but it has to be taken. But you know which one I actually want to take a little more?
What?
On the other side of this game, you know who's back on the board?
Who?
Sir Jordan Clarkson.
Dude.
Dude.
Coin stealing Clarkson.
Dude.
Yeah, he's back up for 1.5 threes, which he didn't hit it in the last game. You know what he did hit it with? Air balls, because he had multiple of them. So he had more air balls than made threes in this last game against the Knicks, and he's back up.
This is just like dust.
Juicier than he was in that game. So I mean, this is probably the one that I would go back to in a heartbeat.
Wow. All right. I'm taking a 5-piece, and I'm starting it off with Luke Humphreys, more than 99.5 3-dart average. Lock that shit in. Then we move on to the real squares. Tominaga, more than points. Caleb Love, more than 3.5 assists. And then we go to the association for the late nights. Kelly Oubre, more than 1.5 3-pointers made. And Jordan Clarkson, more than 1.5 3-pointers made. That might be, if I place that entry, they might put me on some sort of watch list.
They might.
Not for winning bets, but for like concern for safety.
All right.
Because
Well,
I definitely think one of Clarkson and Oubre are hitting, and the other is probably just going to do cardio.
No, they're both hitting, bro.
one more time.
One more time.
Yep.
All right. We got Luke Humphreys, more than 99.5 3-dart average. All right. We're backing him to upset the little kid Littler. Fuck that kid. We got Tominaga on Nebraska, more than 13.5 points, Trent. That's my POD. We've got Caleb Love, more than 3.5 assists. That's Javon's POD as of right now. And Kelly Oubre and Jordan Clarkson, more than threes.
Luke Humphreys, Tominaga points.
Yep.
Then Kelly Oubre, Clarkson, 4-man.
You're missing Caleb Love, more than 3.5 assists. Need that in there. Need that in there. He's coming off a career high in points.
Clarkson,
and that chart is crazy.
Holmes, 38.
And the juice is loose on that over trend, so you got to get that in ASAP.
Yep. Good thing Clarkson is at home today.
W stat.
At least
He
like
might not be
with
tripping. He might just be dropping a nasty.
No. Yeah, I know he's not tripping. I'm saying it's a good thing there. But like with Clarkson instead of Oubre, like I can at least feel confident that he's chucking him.
Kelly Oubre, sure. All right, I'm locking this in. $500 to win $5K, and it's hitting. Who's with me?
I'm matching. Fuck it. I wasn't gonna match.
Match it. 5-piece, hold the fry. It all starts with Luke Humphreys. Goots, I swear to God, man. I swear to God, Goots.
No,
He doesn't come through.
I ain't scared.
You better be dialed. We better find a stream for this. It's going to be electric to sweat out. It starts starting search stream at the end.
I'll find it. Well, Trent, there might be one on Twitch again, Trent.
Ooh.
That would be huge.
Yeah.
Dubs. Well, chat, we still have about 30 minutes, and we definitely still have some plays to go over, but we did the Sharp report. We did the Dan Quinn bitching. We did the, bad beats pretty much segment in the beginning for Steam Crabs. I still cannot believe that Grins dropped 18 points all off of threes on UVA against us, and that over barely hit. Still in shock. I thought Grins was making videos for us, not fucking draining threes. And yes, Kish, that is a dart square. How about it? That's a dart square and a half. And I'm proud to say I locked that in for $500. Straight up. There it is. Boom.
Yeah. Go for
Luke
the entry.
Humphreys.
One more time for the people. Scroll through Goots.
For the people, meaning you.
Dude, this IUPUI under is going to come down to the wire.
Is it?
Jeez, that's a nasty play, man.
What live total are we looking at?
The same opening line that it started at.
Wow.
Jeez. Okay. There's matches that start earlier as well, but yeah, it's not fading a 16-year-old who's already cost us coins at Free Flyer. That's the difference. This one's personal. Okay. We got Kish in here. I don't think I've seen a worse performance from Kish on the floor last night ever in my life. I mean, he was the worst. He was Hovey out there. Was he not? Was he not Hovey out there? Am I pinning fingers here that I shouldn't be pinning?
I don't know. I feel like,
maybe Kish has to go back to being a big man.
I did like Kish big man a lot better. Might have worked.
Kish big man was good. Dude, I played well last night. I don't know what the fuck chat's talking about. 3 nights ago, I played terrible. Terrible. Cost us games. Cost us fun. Last night, though, Lembong was dialed. Okay?
Yeah,
Who do I take the more than for darts? It's literally on the screen. We'll show you here in a second. All right? Have no fear. We're fading Luke Littler.
This under somehow.
All right, chat?
Retire.
See how that plays out. Coach Shelley needs to return. I mean, Coach Shelley was absolutely electric last night.
Coach Shelley was dialed.
He changed everything. He
He
really
did.
did.
He did.
All right. Snell was big. Man, we got to get some wins, or else Snell's gonna win.
Dude.
He's not gonna want to run with us anymore.
No, we need Kish big man because Snell wanted to play on the outside like he's Ray Allen, man. We need somebody. To
Yeah.
get
So if we
boards.
get Kish big man to run the paint, we can have Snell kind of work on the outside. I mean, he could bang threes, right?
yeah, I mean, so can
That
Kish.
might be the
Both of them
difference. Trent at point guards, me and you as the guards, and then Snelly at the 4.
Daniel
Damn,
could
I
be
mean,
the
Daniel,
difference.
can.
Daniel,
could be
you
the
know
difference.
we want to play with you, bro. Are you kidding me? I didn't even know you played. 100%. 100%. Yeah, Kish, next time you'll run big, and we'll put Snell at the 4, okay? Because that guard was not it. I think we could all agree. Not it.
Yeah.
All right. We got Cool Canes dude coming in, resubbing. Let's go. What's up, dudes?
It's time for me to learn Chinese too for 2K.
Yeah, well,
I mean, we could put
yeah.
Goots big man out there too.
I mean, you might as well not have a
Twins.
guy on the court.
Twin bigs.
Might as well not have a guy out there, respectfully.
Might as
Crazy.
And
Crazy.
Devin, no, I did not see that. I need to look into that.
Mark
You can
Andrews
DM me a
saved
link on
Lions
Twitter or
life
something.
Whoa. Is that
today. Yeah, what
true?
happened to that?
Mark Andrews saved a woman's life today? I would love to know the story behind that.
Yeah, you think Travis Kelsey's doing that bullshit? No.
No, he's just talking about how cool he is and how fucking awesome he is and how cool the Chiefs are and how he's dating Taylor Swift. So annoying. Did you see him go on the McAfee pod and talk about pretty much just roasting Justin Tucker? He's like, I'm going to throw his helmet
Dude,
50 yards. I was like, literally,
literally-
just put it down.
Literally,
I don't know.
Harrison Butker was warming up on our side of the field as well. So what's Tucker supposed to do?
Shit.
He can't move the
Doctor
uprights.
responded, couldn't find a strong pulse. Blood pressure was extremely low. Holy smokes. Could it be your blood pressure? I have a diabetic testing kit. You're goddamn right he does.
W.
He uses
Mark.
that on the sidelines during every game because he's a beast. And then he was instructing the medical professionals what to do. Holy smokes.
Wow.
He might have saved this chick's life.
He's officially the second best tight end in football now. In my book.
Mark Andrews, GOAT.
That's what
Tom and
Ravens
Mark
do,
Andrews,
man.
W. Yeah.
That's what Ravens do.
What a beast.
Look
All right.
out for our own.
We got sub bangs galore coming in hot, folks. We got Jay Force. I think I already shouted you out, but again, thank you. We got Lando Ray resubbing with Prime. Love to see that. We got Papa Chase coming in, giving out a sub. W's Papa Chase. Let me know what you're betting today. Guys, let me know what you're betting in chat in this college basketball slate. It ain't much, but it's honest work. It's definitely a quality over quantity type game, type day, type slates, right, Javon? Not a lot of great
Yeah.
games, but a ton of games.
Such a moose slate, dude.
So we could kind of power
Garbage.
through this, right? Power through this puppy, and then maybe spend some time on the NBA if you have some plays.
Yeah, surely.
The dart play chat was Luke Humphreys more than 99.5 3-dart average. He's going to look like the greatest darts player of all time. All right. Tight end rankings, Laporta Andrews. Yep. And
Yep,
it ain't
100%.
close.
100%.
It ain't close.
Tell me someone in chat is sweating this IUPUI bullshit, man.
Somebody definitely is. 100% Trent. No doubts. No doubts. All right. You got some NBA, Javon, did you say? Or how much time you
Yeah.
guys spent on that? Yeah.
Not
All right.
not too much. It was like, I guess there's 4 games. Talk about probably 3 of them.
All right. Holy headphone users, Trent. That's okay.
Yeah, you got that
Sorry.
one turned all the way up.
Mood.
Let's start moving and grooving and cooking through the slate and see if there's any other diamonds in the rough here, Javon. Okay. I already told you guys, really like that Towson Northeastern under. All right. It just keeps moving down. Let's keep scrolling here unless Javon has any plays in Binghamton.
Can't say I do. Shout out Grants.
You like Marshall?
Yep.
People forget Grants goes to Binghamton or went to Binghamton.
Yep.
W's.
Unreal.
Georgia State, App States. Look, again, these teams who get all this crazy line respect, Javon, I'm tired of taking them. They don't respect coins. They don't care about me. All right. They don't return the favor. All this gas, all this talk, all this support financially, emotionally, verbally, and nothing in return for teams like Georgia State. That fits this build perfectly. This Georgia State team has been sharp for the last 5 years, and they haven't done a lick. I'm tired of it. Again, sharp spot against App State, a team that gets zero line respect and is really good. Is Georgia State the sharp side? Yes. Am I betting it? Zero chance.
App State, they shot like 50 something from the line, the free throw line in that game, and they couldn't make a three either. Not they're the best 3-point shooting team, period, but they beat them by I think 7 or 8 in that first game. And now, I mean, if they just play their game, even if it's on the road, they're just going to be so much better and physical than Georgia State is. So I'm good getting sharp with them.
All right, that's fair. Any plays in Coastal or JMU? Look at them laying that wagon of a spread there. Holy smokes.
You know what I always say? There's a team who is just somehow always in sharp spots, and they always get a lot of line respect. And I know it's JMU, who's the best team by far in that conference.
Are
Now
they
they're not
though?
getting line respect. Yes, they are. They are.
Yeah. They are overall. Their
I know
roster
you
is
don't
at
want
least.
you don't want to say it, but they are.
Yeah, we'd still beat them though. I don't know.
Yeah,
All right.
we'll see.
Let's move on before I change my mind on that because we all know that's not true. Detroit Mercy spreads plus 7.5. Sure. I know you like that over though as well. So probably not going to bet Detroit Mercy again. They've been sharp all damn season and they literally have not won a game. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's keep them off to the side with Georgia State and Co. You like that over?
I
Does.
do.
Charleston UNCW is worth talking about probably. Awesome. CBS confirmed SpongeBob will perform Sweet Victory. Well, that would be cool. Is that actually true? That would be an insane start to that
Super Bowl
Nickelodeon
on
segment, whatever the hell they're
Nickelodeon.
doing for the Super Bowl.
Dude,
There's no other way to start it up.
who's getting
right?
MVP.
Who is getting MVP? It's usually like the worst player who you wouldn't expect at all. So maybe that means some weirdo's going to win MVP.
Yeah, it's
Some
gonna be
weirdo's going to make a crazy game-saving catch.
something
I don't know.
crazy.
Huh. Oh my gosh. Are they just going to air the old clip? I hope they don't change it at all.
No, I'm pretty
They
sure
better not.
they did it before and they just aired the clip. I'm pretty sure.
Good. W's. Been a while since I've been in here. W streamers, missed the steamed
Dude.
crabs and Javon's tonsils. W. Today was a good one.
if
So
it's
good that
Kadarius
chat told me to
Toney?
shut up. I was talking about so much. Could be Tony. That would be the guy,
Maybe-
right?
That would be hilarious.
Yeah, well, minus 1,000, Kadarius Toney is nowhere near the state of Las Vegas for that Super Bowl, unless he's at the casinos, because he ain't fucking playing or traveling with the team. He's
Yeah,
gone.
he's gonna be sitting at Circa.
He's gone, folks. Charleston. This should be a pretty good game. Charleston, again, wagon from last season. Have they taken a step back this year? A little bit, but they have found their groove overall down the stretch. And they're playing pretty solid. Nothing like last year where they, were a tournament team potentially and stuff like that. But Wilmington also off to an interesting start, but on fire recently. They did just lose to Stonehill, though, ending their little 4-game win streak, Javon, as 4.5-point favorites on the road. That was a short line. I kind of had a feeling Stonehill was going to win that puppy. College of Charleston, on the other hand, they've already lost to UNC Wilmington at their place early on this season. Now we're turning around and we're seeing College of Charleston moving up from 4.5 to 5 some places. I'll tell you what, I definitely don't want to take UNC Wilmington, and I would back the Cougars, who are much, much, much better at home to shoot that way and perform that way and get a big-time win. Good money line parlay piece. Cough, cough, Trent. Good money line parlay piece. College of Charleston, them out. They are not losing this game. They might not cover, but they're not losing this game.
I'm in. You want me to tell you who is not a good money line parlay piece today, in my opinion?
Please.
Go one game up, Goots. I think FIU is live in this
Wow.
game. And I hate FIU.
Live
'cause they-
dog.
Yes, they suck. But Louisiana Tech is terrible against any team that even the slightest bit speeds them up. And especially like on the road, they've not been nearly as good. And they've been playing like a majority like Jacksonville State of like those teams who play super slow tempos. Like FIU, they can keep themselves, if they can take care of the ball a little bit, because they definitely have a little bit of a turnover issue. I think Louisiana Tech's going to struggle in this game a little bit to keep up. So I think FIU plus the points is a pretty solid play.
Wow, that is a nasty, nasty line, man. Coming off of 3 straight losses, right? So they were all as dogs. They weren't expected to win those games. They were on the
Yeah.
road, but they lost all of them. And then if you look at what Louisiana Tech's done recently, I mean, it looks like they have Kenny
5 in a
Lofton
row.
back. Do they have Kenny Lofton back? Right? That's how
Well,
they're playing.
They just might as well. But I mean, yeah, they're
They
on a
might as
little
well.
5-game win streak and then 5-1, I believe, in conference play. The only loss is on the road against Sam Houston, a team who speeds them up. Definitely a little better than FIU. But yeah, other than that, their road games have been against Middle Tennessee State and Jacksonville State in conference, which are two very, very slow tempo teams. That ain't FIU.
These splits in this game are crazy.
Are they?
Crazy.
Feed them.
47% of bets on Florida International. Okay, already sketchy. Don't love that.
Ooh.
But 81% of the handle on the spread?
Hmm.
Sheesh. The ML, too. You don't see a lot of handle percentage on MLs in college basketball. Nobody wants to take Florida Atlantic plus 200 money line. Nobody fucking bets that. 9% of bets, but 36% of the handle on FIU ML against one of the hottest teams in college basketball. ML.
Dropping nukes.
Who is dropping nukes?
Who's dropping absolute whales on FIU?
Who is dropping whales on Green Book?
I might have
Someone
to match
is.
them.
Someone is. Holy smokes. Okay. Yeah, add FIU to my cart. How are they going to do it? How do you see them winning this game? How do you see them having success? Speeding them up, making them uncomfortable?
Speed them up and take care of the ball. Because when FIU is, they're going to play a faster tempo than Louisiana Tech wants to play. So if they do that and they make Louisiana Tech turn over the basketball and give them easy buckets in transition, that's exactly what they need. Like the total for an FIU game, I guess, is a little low because they play fast, but Louisiana Tech doesn't want to. So I think if they score 70, if they get to 70 first in this game, they win, which is a big if, but that's what they need to do.
Okay. FIU, do not let them get hot. Maybe they break out of their little 3-game L streak back at home. I like backing teams coming off a road stand, playing like new shits, returning home. There's some comfort in that. Typically, those teams play better and shoot much better, and it's much easier to rebound after some losses on your home floor. Okay, everybody knows that. I'm not telling you anything crazy. All right. Looks like chat is celebrating a missed dunk, but it doesn't matter because the over still hit.
Dude.
Trent, can you confirm? That's brutal. Oy, oy, oy.
Dude, I have 135, bro. Chill. Yes! Oh my god! Dude,
Legacy push?
No, I have 135 and a half.
Oh, and a half. You said 5.
Holy shit,
Wow.
is it over?
Yeah, it's over. There we go. We got a casher.
Oh my god.
Oh,
let's go, Trent. It's over, bro.
God.
Oh, W Goods beat me to it. My goodness. Let's go, Trent. Starting the day off with a winner by the hook.
Let's fucking go, chat.
That could change everything. Wow. Come on, Trent.
Wow.
What an unreal hit.
Yeah, the dude who faded you had 134.5 too. I saw that.
Yeah, he banged too.
Right.
Perfect middle.
Unbelievable.
That's crazy.
A rare win-win-win. You don't see those very often. You don't see those, folks. All right, let's get back to business here. We only got about 10, but let's freaking go, Trent. That's how you start the day off with a winner. Up next, darts. Okay? Lock in. All right, boys? Gosh, I can't wait to see Surge Stream chat talking about darts. They go ballistic,
dude,
for that stuff. They go nuts. They're going bonkers.
Electric.
I cannot believe that.
I can't believe that hit. Let's go, Trent.
That's crazy.
Unbelievable.
That's
all
insane.
right, back to the board, back to business. Scrolling through some CBB games, Javon, trying to find any that are worth talking through besides our best bets, which chat will be posted on Book It, BTL on Twitter. Okay? If you guys haven't been watching the morning after with Mikey Overs before BTL, what the hell are you doing? Fire show today before BTL, getting us loose. All right, going over the plays from yesterday, cracking some jokes and talking some winners. All right. And then obviously Surge Stream right after this with Trent going through the slate. So make sure you guys check it out. Drop some subbies, drop some support for Mikey. He's been grinding on that. And stick around because we ain't stopping. This show just goes live right through now. Okay? Just 6 hours of sports betting talk until your freaking ears bleed. Okay? Javon, there's got to be another CBB game looking at you funny like that FIU angle. Trying to find it. For the people who join late, I do like Abilene Christian at home on the ML. You want to talk through Texas State real quick? -3.5 at home against South Alabama. Typically, South Alabama is a team getting mad line respect. And so does Texas State sometimes. Trust me, this conference is really weird with lines. It really is.
Yeah, definitely is.
But South Alabama is typically the team getting mad line respect, Javon. Why the heck are they now getting the opposite of that? Disrespect.
Yeah, I'm not really sure. To me, I definitely have to lean Texas State just looking at the line. I will say too, like this feels like a very high total in my eyes. Like Texas State definitely plays at a slow tempo, and like South Alabama is not that much faster than them. They play kind of the speed of their opponents. Like if they're playing teams like a Marshall, they'll get in a shootout with them. But if they're playing teams like a Texas State, which like in the last month of conference play, they really haven't, like it's going to be relatively slow. It's like seeing a 143.5, that definitely makes me think that this game is going to have points like South Alabama has really the entirety of their conference season. So that's probably what I would take. But Texas State -3.5 with that as high as a total definitely doesn't add up to me. So it's definitely maybe they score points for the first time ever.
Okay. Yeah, interesting total. I'm with you on that. I'm probably not going to bet that game. Every time I bet on that conference or bet on a South Alabama game, I lose money every single time. It's insane. We got to talk about the Roos. Surprised you didn't bring up the Roos. Now, they could be fake sharp. Let's talk through this one. And dude, he was up there on the first screen, so you can go back. But UMKC, all right, Kansas City. This team is 9-13. They're playing Denver, right, who has debatably the best player in the country that nobody talks about. He's averaging like 35 points per game. Insane. But they're coming off a loss as -5.5 point favorites at home. You don't see that very often from Denver, losing at home. And the Roos do have really good success against this Denver Pioneers team. They've beaten them 3 of the last 5 years, including the last time they played last season. So UMKC coming off of 3 straight covers. They've won 2 of their last 3 games, 2 of them as dogs, okay? So, is this as sharp as it looks? I've seen a lot of people talking about the Roos, Javon, and I'm starting to think that maybe even the Pioneers is the right side here.
Yeah, I definitely don't want to get cute with taking UMKC today because the problem is like Denver, what they've been really good at is shooting from 3. Kansas City's, UMKC's 3-point defense is awful, but they're coming off of 2 games where very uncharacteristically, like South Dakota State, even in a game where they beat them, they shot 2 for 11 from 3. And then their last game that they won and blew the fuck out of regular South Dakota, they shot 2 for 15 from 3. So against Denver, coming off of a little disappointing performance, I think it's probably a perfect spot to regress to the mean there for their defense. So I'm good fading Denver today.
Sure. Okay. I'll probably just stay off that game then. And that's going to be a tough one to find and watch. You probably got to go ahead to the Summit League YouTube for that one, Jack. Good luck.
Yeah, they got streams up there.
They got streams. Guys, I'm loving Queens. Okay, I don't want that to be forgotten about. Queens spread, a very rare play there. Arizona is laying 18.5 points against your Cal Bears, Javon. Need the insight on that play.
Arizona beats the shit out of everybody they play at home. So that's why I guess they're pretty popular today. Have fun. It's a big number.
Oh, what is this, a freaking movie? Why are you leaving on a cliffhanger? What play do you like?
I lean Cal. I'm not going to take it. So I'm just,
okay.
I know everybody loves Arizona today. And sure.
Okay.
I don't have like a real argument against it, but Cal's getting healthy. They're starting to play better. It's not an accident. It's not like they're just playing shitty teams. They're getting healthy. They look much better. Big number. Yeah. But you get those every time Arizona plays at home. So I don't think it's weird.
Okay. Somebody's asking who on Denver leads college basketball in scoring. Tommy Bruner, first in scoring in college basketball. Nobody even knows who the fuck this kid is, and he's averaging 26 points per game.
Bro,
remember this kid? This is him now. Feel old yet? What even is that, bro?
No. Someone just tagged me in that,
bro. What is the top picture? I didn't see it.
I don't know.
Okay.
Sorry.
Who knows, man? Who
That's
knows?
Wild. Lord.
Stanford, Arizona State, Javon. What are we thinking about that game?
I mean, I'd love to fade Arizona State because I feel like this is where it comes crashing down for them. Which, not that they've been I don't know, fantastic is definitely not the way to put it the last couple of games because they're coming off of 2 games against Oregon, Oregon State where they look terrible, but they kind of shown flashes in those couple of games, and I think they're still kind of hanging around as that team who can get it done in spots like this. I really don't think they're that good. So like now, last couple of games too, they have been carried by performances by your guy because he's been averaging like damn near 20 a game in the last 3 games. I was looking at
I've
his
been quiet about it.
yeah,
No.
you've been quiet about it. This might be the spot to fade now because I think Arizona State is going to come crashing down the next couple of games hard. And they're just going to be one of those seller teams. Not that Stanford's like that much better, but they're definitely one of the teams that can compete with the height of Arizona State pretty much at every level. So maybe a good matchup.
Forks up. A lot of Arizona State love. Sure, I bet. They've really fallen apart there recently, maybe because they're actually not good. Anybody
Shout
think
out.
about that?
Shout out my dad. That's my fucking dad, man.
Who?
Big Flo's my dad. Forks up, baby.
Unreal.
Let's
Unreal.
go. Let's go, Papa
Dude.
Goose. Forks up. Unfortunately, fading the boys today, though.
Yeah,
Unfortunately.
that might be
I don't know if I'm
most.
going to get to the counter with Stanford, to be honest with you, but
It's a late night
um,
decision. Maybe if we see a line flip in the late night, we'll get involved.
let's not act like Stanford, is not a little bit overrated because they sure as heck
No,
are.
they are.
And they really
They are.
haven't put it together yet either. Okay, they're coming off a bunch of straight covers in a row, so not in a rush to bet this, especially not at that minus 112 Curse Greenbook line.
Yeah,
No
I
chance.
will say though. I mean, after I don't know how they didn't win that game against Cal. Not that Cal didn't choke in the first place, but missing open layups. That was like the first Jared Bynum game back too, where he wasn't like fully in there, and they looked a little disjointed. One game after that is probably not the worst spot to back them.
Yeah, I can get with it. We'll see. Let's see where that line keeps moving. Maybe
Yeah,
it'll
if we
move
see
to
a
a
flip,
pickup
if we see a flip, that'd
and
be huge.
twist my arm. I'll hop on that puppy. All right.
Yeah,
Sam Houston +5 against the Hilltoppers, Javon. I've been wanting to bet this Sam Houston team. I've been waiting. Is today the day or no?
I'm good.
You're good on that puppy? All right.
Yeah.
Any late night Geysermans before we move to the NBA? You didn't know what you got in that one. I know we already talked about Oregon USC and talked about that line being super sus, but not really in a rush to bet it. And Oregon will probably find a way to win like they always do in these spots. What about
Yeah.
Oregon State UCLA real quick?
I don't know. That's another popular Twitter one, I guess, today. UCLA, because they're starting to play a little better. UCLA.
Huh. Okay.
Big number for them because they're actually starting to play decently better. They did just beat Oregon State by like 7 the other day when they're -6.5 and covered in that game. But I don't know. I don't think the line's too weird. If anything, I kind of like the under in this game, which that other game didn't go over by that much, but it did. And we're seeing a tick lower of a total now. So if there's going to be any significant bounce back for UCLA, it's going to have to be defensively. So like Oregon State on the road, Jordan Pope shoots toward eights. So that's really their entire offense there. Tyler Bilodeau, I think, is going to get relatively shut down. Anytime that happens on the inside, they just don't have anywhere to go. It's like 125. I'm perfectly down to go under there, but I don't want to lay it with UCLA.
That's a good play. I'm liking that, especially since they just played right before the new year. Like you said, the game went over, and now we're seeing this total drop, and the splits look pretty darn good on that under. I'm in on that. Fading those two offenses. Are you kidding me? They stink. And seeing a total of 125, you don't see that very often anyways anymore. And after Jordan Pope and what he's been doing recently, right? I know UCLA defense first, right? But
Yeah.
give me that under. I'm with you. Any Wright State plays against Youngstown, and then we're going to move to NBA.
I mean, a little weird of a line, I'd say.
Yeah.
Definitely
leaning Wright State. Just considering they've already lost by 10 this season to Youngstown. So give me Wright State. That could be a good ML parlay piece as well. Javon, real quick, NBA plays. What are you loving?
Over in Game of the Century, Lakers Boston. And
Sure.
I certainly cannot look past the Pacers next line. That's like the one like glaringly contrarian play that stands out on the board. The Pacers +2.5. That's one of the nastiest lines probably I've seen in the NBA in like the past couple of weeks. So
And someone brought that up on Sweats last night, and they were at 3.5. And I was like, it came back from 5.5 already to 3.5. Now we're seeing 2.5 in this game on the road.
yeah,
Huh.
it's strange for sure.
Okay. Pacers +2.5. Pacers ML. I'm in on that. What else?
Yeah, that under And the Cavs Grizz definitely caught my eye. Not really as a number like doesn't make sense necessarily, but I mean, I did just take a Cavs over the other day, which was a little higher. They're playing the Pistons, obviously, but this game first time around was seeing healthy and going on the road against the Grizz laying 8. This just feels like a really weird game for them where they're going to come out and I just think they're not going to score. I think it's going to be gross. One of those games that just ends up 95-90 by the everything said and done.
Mm.
But yeah, we
What
got
else?
to move. That's
I
it.
know.
But yeah,
I'm sure Trent doesn't mind if we get it over too. 2
Yeah.
minutes.
Today's slate's fucking dull. I don't know how you guys are even talking
We're
about
carrying.
sports this long.
You got to prep a little bit.
I would rather listen to this than
You got to prep a little bit.
28
Sucks.
pitches for LeBron assists or whatever, you know?
Good thing we love college basketball for some reason. It kind of we're labbing anyways, whether it's for the show or not. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that does not come naturally. You either are addicted to college basketball or you're not. And slates like today prove that. A lot of people not even touching the slates, right? We don't have a choice. It's in our blood. Javon, it's about that time. Good. Run that shit. I want to see that train. All right, chats. We had a nice little Miami Heat ML casher from yesterday. W's, Javon. Great fucking play. Way to bounce back for the squad rides that are 16, 7, and 1 this year in 2024. I repeat, 16, 7, and 1. All right, Javon, let's go ahead and make that 17, 7, and 1 today. I'm thinking we started out with the Pacers plus 2.5. Since you brought that up, I cannot stop thinking about it. All I keep hearing in my head again is Pacers, Pacers, Pacers.
Sure. I'm in.
Need it. College basketball, I do really like that US or UCLA under that we were just talking about. So let's keep that in our back pockets. Also really like that FIU play that you talked about, plus 7.5.
We could
Now,
go right to
bet
South
either.
Beach.
I think
Right
we
back
just
to
go
them.
straight to South Beach, brother. Straight
Yeah.
up. Is that where
Yeah.
FIU is? South Beach?
Not literally, but they're
Pretty
they're
much.
around. They're around.
Pretty nice school. I've never even heard a single thing about it. Pretty cool.
I wouldn't say pretty cool. It's the way to describe FIU, but
Good
It's
enough to
not
bet
bad.
on today?
yeah, pretty much.
Okay. Dubs. FIU plus 7.5, Pacers plus 2.5. Javon, what are you looking at for your best bets for your sharp report that you cannot live without? I know there's got to be at least one.
See, I cannot live without the Lakers over, but the problem is whatever's going to drop injury wise. Like I'm still going to take it, but it's just a weird situation. It's like maybe keep that out, but I don't know. I really like Marshall too. The rare where wagon play against a dog shit team.
A rare wag against ODU, who for some reason I have a soft spot in my heart for this basketball team. I don't know why I just keep double dipping on that. They're absolutely terrible. Marshall starting to get back on track with 2 straight wins. ODU, their season's over. Their coach should be fired yesterday. And ODU already absolutely destroyed them. 91-66, like you were talking about.
That they did.
And now the line is crazy fat. And it's at the 9.5. I'm good with Marshall minus 9.5. I'm good with that. And I think I am seeing 9.5s pretty much everywhere, Javon.
Sure. I mean, realistically, if they're going to win this game by 10 points, it's probably not just going to be by 10.
They're either going to win this game by 10 plus or they're going to lose outright.
Yeah, exactly. It's going to be like they're going to get beat probably, or they're going to beat them probably as much as ODU beat them first time around if they win this game, period.
Yep. Without a doubt. That one stings. And Marshall still has a chance to do something this year. So they don't forget. These teams are petty chats. They're college kids. They want revenge. Okay, they want to talk shit. We got darts today. Lock it in. Gato lifts. People forget we have an entry with a dart square in it. All right. You better lock the heck in. We will post that. I don't know. Maybe we'll post it. Maybe we'll show it at the end. I don't fucking know. But we got some great squares in that puppy, Javon. I'm loving that 5-piece.
Ooh, I did forget that was confirmed.
76ers Jazz total seems really high with no Embiid. Budman.
That is, I completely forgot about that.
Are you getting to the counter?
I mean, they played this game. I assume this was with Embiid a couple weeks ago. I'm double checking. No, it wasn't actually. But
Trent, let us know if you want us off, but we're crafting up these winners. I know he's chilling now. He doesn't give a hoot, folks.
That is a high total. And that total, it's moving up fat.
That is a high total. And when these guys played a couple weeks ago, they didn't even hit 130.
Yeah, and that total was 230.
230.
Yeah, 230. But 236.5 on that total. Obviously went under, and this one got
Under hit,
steamed
and now
up.
the total's higher.
Steamed up with Maxey still questionable too.
Let's put that in there.
Put
Late
it
night.
Put it
Late
up.
night Geysermans. Those don't come around
Plus-
often for the squad.
Plus, I
drives.
mean, we're gonna get 6 threes from Jordan Clarkson today. I mean, it could all, and Kelly Oubre could all match up.
Forgetting about Kelly Oubre.
Yeah, I was gonna say we got
Who's
literally Ray Allen versus Peja in that game.
2 + 2 = 4. We're getting points. All right. Philly, Utah over 238.5. Definitely looking like a high ass total. I think it's at 238 right now. by the way.
238, yeah.
We'll put that. All right. We got them. We got the Pacers. We got FIU. And we got Marshall -9.5. Javon, one more Geyserman. I'm going to be honest with you, brother. I don't know if I'm going to be able to sleep at night without Nebraska in there.
All right, fine.
Let's go. Come on. Nebraska. Let me check the line. Let me check the Carfax. Let's see what they're doing today. +1 almost everywhere right now. Yeah, that line is moving and grooving. They are a favorite on some books, but most they are +1. So we will go with that. Chat, 5 plays, 5 winners. We got 2 minutes to lock in this vote. Hurry up. Go. 5 plays, 5 winners. Pacers +2.5. FIU +7.5. Marshall -9.5. We've got Philly and Utah over 238. And Nebraska +1. Tominaga Legacy Night at home against one of the worst 3-point defenses in the country to get some revenge against the Badgers.
I'm
Javon?
kind of shocked by this poll. I thought we were
Pacers.
going to Miami. I thought we were going to Miami, man. I was excited to go to Miami.
Love. I know. I'm always excited to go to Miami. You just never want your girl to go to Miami with their girlfriends.
Ooh,
That's the worst nightmare.
YouTube chat votes FIU.
Ooh, well, we
Brass,
know Riley knows
too.
ball chats. If Riley's telling you FIUs and Javon's telling you FIUs, I mean, who are you not to vote for that?
I mean, what are we going?
You know?
Pacers?
A lot of Pacers love. I'm shocked.
Yeah, I'm surprised. Oh,
Wow.
a tie.
Tie? No way.
That was the fastest goal all time.
I know. Run that poll again with those 2 plays, Goots, for 2 minutes. And then we're going to wrap this up because we can't be having a tie. Run that poll again. Just those 2 plays if possible. Take your time. No stress, but hurry up. And let's run it with those 2. All right? Sheesh. Let's see what we get here. Pacers or the over in Philly, Utah. Looks like Chad is a big association of bettors.
Yeah, I've had a lot of NBA squad rides lately, which you don't hate.
All right. Well, that poll, there we go. W's. Chat, hurry up. Go. Hurry up. Get your freaking plays in, boys. Get your votes in. Is it Pacers? Is it the over? Late night? Philly, Utah? What's it going to be? All right. Let me know. Chat's going bonkers. Go. Hurry up. Chat wants a parlay. Chat's not getting it.
There's no way we're going to intentionally tie this again.
Chat's not getting a
Stop
parlay,
it.
so don't try to do
Stop
anything
it.
cute. This is not what BTL stands for or is about. It's not about the parlays. It's not about the fun. It's about the winners. Chats.
Stop it.
Just because we're 1 million, and 1 on squad rides of all time, and we keep cashing these, doesn't mean we can get cute. That's how they win. The books win when you get cute. Stick to what works. Lock in your favorite play because we're not doing a parlay. I don't care if that shit ties. All right?
Dude,
Get your votes in. Go.
We can't be serious with this.
Yeah, they're trying to pull
They're
some
trying
tricks.
so hard to get this tied.
Chad, I might have to go to the rule book and see what the tiebreaker is. It might be Goots throwing a dart. That could be the tiebreaker. People are saying, Goots, you got a dartboard in your basement?
I do, and I can probably maybe get my camera to it if I need to.
We could have a
might have to
Trent
put-
style duck race for the 2.
We could have a duck race. We could. Or we could have Goots literally throw a dart at a team. On Dark
Guess we should just
Stop
Start
the
over.
counts.
If this
start over because
is tied, we have to do parlay.
Simo Senko said neither one.
No,
So
Trent,
start over.
no parlays. Don't be part of the problem here. No parlays. Okay? Can't have it. I'm saving my vote too if I need it, chat. So if you try any fluke shit, oh no, I missed it. All right, we got a winner. Let's go. Let's go. We got the overlay nights. Let's go, chat. So many votes. Is that a record amount of votes?
Crazy.
151.
It was just 2. So I mean, I
Oh,
don't
yeah,
know
we
how
need to
it
talk
how it
about
usually
why
works.
it's supposed,
Yeah.
but is it the most? Sure.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. That is probably out of the 5, the one I least wanted to win. And when that happens, Squad Rise is usually air.
Let's go. All right. Javon system play. He fucking hates his play. It's hitting. Let's go, chat. What do you say? Let's get some W's going. All right. The vibes are up today as much as they could be when Dan Quinn gets announced as your head coach and you lose every bet that was supposed to be a winner yesterday in some crazy, unbelievable fluke fashion. Either way, we brought the vibes today and we brought the winners on a moose slate. Okay. So you guys keep that same energy in the Surge stream. All right. This is the most active chat I've seen, probably because we're running late into Surge stream time. But guys, stick around. Trent's got plenty of winners today. You're not going to want to miss what he's betting on. Okay. And as always, you can go back and rewatch these shows, these episodes on the Book It Sports YouTube. Please, please, please go drop a sub over there. It is free. Book It Sports on the YouTube. Okay. Stick around for Trent's Surge stream. And we'll catch you guys tomorrow. Same time, same place. BTL Fridays are the best days. We'll be seeing.